What if you had an employee who literally never sleeps, never takes a break, and is always working to grow your business? Well, that's not science fiction anymore. That's the power of agentic AI, and today we're going to break down exactly how you can harness it. But first, let's start with a really important question. I want you to think about this for a second. How many leads did your business lose just today? Not because your product is bad or your price is wrong, but just because you're human. You simply can't be everywhere at once. Think about it like this. It's like a silent leak in your revenue stream. It's just dripping away your profits, one missed opportunity at a time. You know what I'm talking about, right? That email from an early morning inquiry you meant to get to. The person browsing your website at midnight, ready to buy, but they just had one question. Or that phone call you missed because you were stuck in a meeting. Every single one of those, that's a potential sale just gone. So what if you could plug those leaks for good? What if you had an unseen team member, a tireless agent who engages every single potential customer 24/7 without ever dropping the ball? Well, this is Agentic AI. And let me be clear, this is not just another chatbot. We're talking about a proactive, autonomous partner. It doesn't just respond to your prompts, it actually thinks, it plans, and it executes entire workflows on your behalf to hit your goals. Okay, so let's really break down the difference here, because it's huge. On one side, you have generative AI, like ChatGPT. It's amazing, but it's reactive. You ask it to write an email, it writes an email. You tell it to create a social media post, it does it. It's a one-and-done taskmaster. Agentic AI, though, it's proactive. You give it a goal like, get me more customers, and it just goes. It monitors your CRM for new leads on its own. It researches that lead automatically. It doesn't just draft a proposal, it drafts a customized proposal, and it's never one and done. It schedules follow-ups and actually learns from what works and what doesn't. So, you might be wondering, how on earth does it do all that? Well, it comes down to 5 core abilities. First, it can perceive. It understands its digital environment. Then, it plans, creating these multi-step strategies to achieve a goal. From there, it decides, making its own choices based on that plan. Then comes the important part. It executes. It actually takes action in the real world, sending emails, booking meetings, you name it. And maybe the most incredible part? It learns. It adapts its approach based on the results, all without you having to step in and tweak things. And look, this isn't some pie-in-the-sky, futuristic concept. This is happening right now, and it's not a ripple, it's a tidal wave. The agentic AI market is projected to just explode from around $5 billion today to nearly $200 billion by 2034. This is a massive shift, and you really can't afford to ignore it. And it's not just the analysts saying this. The mindset on the ground has already shifted. A whopping 82% of small business owners now believe that AI is absolutely essential just to stay competitive. So the question really isn't if you should adopt AI anymore, it's how fast can you do it before the competition just blows right by you. Let's talk about real-world results. Check this out. One marketing company in Idaho, right? They invested $10,000 in AI email automation, and from that, they generated $50,000 in new sales. That's a 500% ROI. See? This isn't just about saving a little time here and there. This is about making serious money. And in customer service, the impact is just staggering. AI agents are slashing costs by a factor of 10. But, and this is the amazing part, they're doing it while making customers happier. How? By resolving their issues 68% faster. It's the ultimate win-win. A much better experience for your customers, and a much healthier bottom line for your business. Okay, but with all this incredible power, we have to be smart about it. We need to understand its limits, because to truly harness AI, you have to know where it can go wrong. And the statistician Dr. Michael Orkin put it perfectly when he warned that people, well, we have this tendency to mistake correlation for causation. Let me show you a classic, almost unbelievable example of this trap in action. It's the story of soft drinks and polio. All right, so picture this. It's the 1950s. Researchers notice a really scary pattern. As the sales of soft drinks start to climb, so do the number of polio cases. The two lines on the graph were practically identical. It led a lot of people to a terrifying but seemingly logical conclusion. Drinking soda must be causing this horrible disease. But that conclusion was completely 100% wrong. The real cause? It was something hiding in plain sight. Warm weather. Yep, summer. Think about it. People drink more soda in the summer, and it just so happened
that the polio virus was also more active in the summer. The two things were correlated, for sure, but one did not cause the other. This is the polio trap, and it perfectly explains AI's biggest blind spot. At its core, an AI is just an incredibly powerful pattern-matching machine, but it has no real-world understanding, so it can't tell the difference between a real connection and a coincidence. This can lead it to do some pretty wild things like hallucinate, literally inventing facts or sources or even legal cases that sound right but are totally made up. It's all numbers to the machine. It lacks wisdom, experience, and just plain old common sense.
And that is exactly why the future isn't man versus machine. It's not a competition. It's man with machine. It's about letting the AI crunch the data, find the patterns, and handle the repetitive work, while we provide the strategy, the creativity, and that essential human wisdom. Which brings us to probably the single most important takeaway from all of this. It's a quote from entrepreneur Grant McGaugh, and it just nails it. AI isn't going to replace entrepreneurs, but entrepreneurs who use AI are going to replace those who do not. Let that sink in for a second. You see, as AI starts to automate all the mundane stuff, our uniquely human skills, they suddenly become more valuable than ever. We're talking about your creativity to see new opportunities, your critical thinking to question the AI's data, your emotional intelligence to truly connect with your customers, and your strategic vision to steer the ship. These are the skills that AI can't replicate, and they're what will define success in this new age. So the technology is here. The opportunity is right in front of us. The question isn't what if anymore, it's what now. Agentic AI is ready to absolutely transform your business. The only real question left is, are you?